After a month of thinking about the Tudor Ranger, here we are again to finally take it home. But before we head home, I'll try some of the black bays that I have considered against this Tudor, because they are the reason it took me this long to decide. Here is the 41mm black bay with red bezel and a rubber strap. I know for sure what to do if this ever comes in at 39mm. I currently have the Black Bay 58 39mm with a blue dial and blue bezel, and I would heavily consider selling it to get this one. I just think the red bezel and black dial looks more rugged and it feels more like a tool watch, something that I would prefer more in a watch like this, or I might keep them both. This one has the Jubilee bracelet. Looking at videos, I prefer the rubber strap, but wearing it on a bracelet exudes a totally different emotion. I like them both, but this Black Bay's 41mm case with its 49mm lug-to-lug is the deal breaker for me. Maybe if the lug-to-lug distance is shorter, it would be more wearable and comfortable, but for now, we'll just admire this from outside the window. And here's the Tudor Ranger sized to my 6.5-inch wrist. First time wearing it fitted on my wrist. It feels great and it looks great. But let's take it home first so we can take a much closer look at what makes it great and what could be a possible problem for some people. Because we all know that trying it at home is different from trying it in a boutique. We tend to be more critical and less infatuated in the comfort of our own home. So let's welcome our new addition to the family, the Tudor Ranger, the poor man's Rolex Explorer. It comes in a standard box, nothing special except for what is inside. And here it is. Let's get the dimension out of the way first. This has the exact same measurement as the Black Bay 58, 39mm in diameter, 47.5mm lug-to-lug. Lug size is at 20mm. Nice domed sapphire crystal, brushed stainless steel case and bracelet, a folding clasp with a Tudor name. All in all, a subtle and really simple watch. The dial is matte black in color with hour indices and an oversized 12, 3, 6, and 9 marker. The hour hand are also abnormally big, which makes it easy to tell the time. It also has a 70-hour power reserve, so combining the design and its movement, it does deserve its name as the Ranger. It is an outdoor tool watch. Now the best and worst part for me is the bracelet and clasp. Let's start with a good one. This has a quick adjustment system which is spring-loaded and is very easy to use. It has a total of 8mm adjustment with an increment of 2mm, so you can find the exact fit all throughout the day. Now let's take a closer look at how it wears on my 6.5-inch wrist. I think it looks great. It does look a bit bigger than what a 39mm watch would wear, mainly because of its wide dial and the exclusion of a bezel. And talking about the appeal of it, I think this might not become a fan favorite. It's not what you would call a beautiful watch, it's more of a function over beauty kind of timepiece, but I think it's what makes it unique, and that's what I like about it. It's different, but it works perfectly. And now the only thing that I think would give some people a problem is the clasp. Again, I have a 6.5-inch wrist and it fits well for me. It might or might not give people with wrists smaller than 6.5 inches a headache, but it's just something I've noticed and something to consider if you have a smaller wrist, which is the unnecessarily long clasp at 55.5mm. Like I said, it's the exact same measurement as the Black Bay 58, and it also has the exact same irrationally long clasp, and I just don't get it. We'll also compare it to my Seiko and Tag Heuer so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the Seiko Prospex SPB143 with a clasp measurement of 49.5mm. Here's the 41mm Tag Heuer Aqua Razor measuring at 50.5mm. That is a big difference, and there has to be a reason behind this, to which I have no idea what that would be. And if we look at it side by side, the Seiko and Tag Heuer, you can clearly see that massive distinction in length. But then again, with my 6.5-inch wrist, aside from me noticing it, it doesn't affect the sizing because of the availability of an 8mm adjustment, but it's definitely something to look out for if you have a smaller wrist. Here it is again on my wrist, and for reference, my wrist span is 53 to 55mm, just a little bit shorter than the clasp, and it fits well. So that's a food for thought. Does it really matter? Who knows? The loom is fantastic and will be easy to read at night since the hour markers are big and legible. Now let's take a look at more wrist shots on a different angle, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.